Well, one never knows you're looking a raffle. Oh, I know my luck in this raffle. Empty. Could be copper wire. Doubt it. It's probably that's a welding wire reel. So that's probably welding wire. Ooh. Don't know what that is. Ah! What do you reckon? What's chances? One minute. Something to step on and a stick. Nah, it's just tubing. Shame. No, it's heavy enough. Come on, lad. You can do this. I'm at arm's reach here. Is it? Oh, yes, it is. Oh, well. Winner, chicken dinner. Oh, it's brand new, isn't it? Trouble is with these things, you see them all the time, don't you? You never charge them up. The batteries go dead. They won't recharge. Scrap. Still, the scrap, my treasure. Well, you all know where that's going, don't you? In the back of the shed. Sorry, back of the car. Back of the shed. I'll see you back in the shed in a bit. Well, made it back home eventually. Picked up a couple of little things on the way as well. Appears to be a broken extension lead, another extension lead. Couple of aluminium door handles and an aluminium tube. Say it's off a Dyson. Behind the... It's the rest of that Dyson. You know, there's not much point in bringing all the plastic home with you, is there? Right, so I'm interested to stick that on the bench, put a charge on it. Let's see in the shed. Making our way into here. We've got a bit of room in here, actually. I was going to put you on the tripod. I'll pull this down. Oh, I break these things for fun, you know. That or else they're from the pound shop. But what have we got? Well, we've got. Put that over there. Oh, right. Yes. I had to cut the head off that, which indeed was a big filter. You might be able to see the perforations in there. So that was a big long filter. It's just scrap. Deal with them in a minute. Yeah, I'll show you them in another one. I picked these up, hadn't I? I just plugged them in. So that's this one. It works. Sounds as rough as a bird's arse. So that's scrap. And this that was the yellow lead. So that one. This is a Flymo, and I can see by that. Stop it! It's in two positions, so you can do your edges and you can trim with it. So that's that one. Putting in. It'll last summer. The only thing I noticed about it is the middle bit we're missing, but I can either buy that or I can make something, or I can just stick cable ties on it. It's worked for me in the past. Right, let's figure a way of putting you on a tripod of some description. Well, I got carried away, didn't I? A little bit of gratuitous hammer action, and I got that bit of very likely Chinesium motor out. I don't know, we'll check later. Let me clear this lot up. Well, as you can see, both hands, little bit of jury rigging. I've got you on a tripod. Pick these door handles up, bit of gratuitous bashing should release the money. There you go. We all like a bit of bashing, don't we? There we go. It costs nothing. Right, some aluminium. Right, bit of iron. I want to do that because I need to keep going. I need to keep cleaning. I could actually do the same with this. Nah, I'll save that till later. Right, what did I get? Well, I got this, didn't I? Right, I had a quick look. It cost £65 new. It's on. Tiny bit of light. Tiny tidgy. So, test, nothing's happening. We've got this charger, so I'll plug that in. How do you get a knot in it? I want to put it in my pocket. I put it in the car to get here, and I've got a knot in it. Right. Okay, we're switched on. And it goes in there. I don't know if you caught that then. There was a little flash. And I've got a tiny light. I don't know if you can see that. Ever so tiny. Well, that isn't right, because that should be on full power. Whoa! Right, okay. Interesting. Right. Says to me, it's probably a faulty jack. Probably like that when they bought it, because you know it was in the plastic and in a box. Well, you know what that means. We'll have to have a play about with that. It even came with a car jack lead, a cigarette lighter lead. Right. What else have I got to show you? Well, I've got that. We'll strip that at another day. Okay, so what we're looking at. Well, we stripped the laser printers. A little bit there left to play with. From the other stuff I've got this like another, I guess, kind of air filter with these indicators. They're LED, I can see. There's no bulbs in there, so that'll be interesting to play with, see if they work. We got this universal coupling. It's aluminium, so that will go on a shaft, and it would connect to something, a prop shaft of some description, with some kind of, it's like a gas strut. Scrap. We got this nifty light fitting, but without any light fitting inside of it. I do have some. I might be able to repair that. And I've said we'd have a look at what this egg was. So we're looking at it. It's on an airline. It's got an on-off switch, and it's got a drain as well. So does that tell me it fits like that, or does it fit? I don't know. We've got a bleed screw, a screw, air pipe going in, but we don't have anything coming. Don't have anything coming out. Of course we do. Got one coming in, one going out with a screw. Does that mean it's some kind of pressure regulator? Right, that screw's solid. Yeah, cut myself as well. Never managed to do that. Only been in here. Got another camera. Don't know even how to get a picture of one of these. 4 leads. We'll have a play. Right, so that could be interesting to play with. Like, take the back off it and charge it up direct from the terminals. See if it works. Don't know. That's about it. Now, I did promise I'd give a shout out to a guy. He's a lovely guy from Birmingham. And it's called PEAKT PART TIMERS. And he does a bit of dumpster diving. A bit like what I did today. Well, he found a really retro music centre. Goes way back to the late 70s, mid 70s, early 80s. Because I used to have one myself. They were the bee's knees, and I noticed, had a graphic equaliser on it as well. You were right posh if you had one of them. But right, well, that was a bit of a mishmash. I'm just trying to show you how I'm tackling this little elephant that I brought home. I kind of got an M6 nut and pressed it in, and it kind of works. One question I was asked is, what do I do with all my e-waste that I collect? Well, I'll show you. Not today, but I will show you. Well, there's a couple of other things from that big load I haven't shown you yet. That, and some people might already be saying, I know what that is, because there's actually 2. And of course that camera system. But of course they could be in another video, can't they? So everyone out there, take care. And all you guys in America getting it way worse than we are. But hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. In his shed. Good night. Take care.